Hi guys, today I'm going to discuss some helpful tips on how to solve verbal reasoning for 11 plus exam. Verbal reasoning is a test of a skill rather than a test of learned knowledge. The subject is used to determine a child's critical thinking skills as well as their ability to use their own knowledge to solve a problem. Verbal reasoning generally involves problem solving with words and letters. Some of the topics that come up in verbal reasoning exam are spotting letter sequences, cracking codes based on letters and numbers, making a word, misplaced words, shuffle sentences, finding a letter to complete two other words, antonyms, synonyms, anagrams, and odd one out. In this video, I'm going to take up the topic of cracking codes using numbers and letters. I'm going to discuss few questions and what's the best way or could be one of the ways to solve them. Okay, the question number 1 is fill in the missing letters. The alphabet has been written out to help you. You are given the alphabet. An example is also given. AB is to CD as PQ is to RS. The first part of the question is FT is to HF as RP is to. And the second part is BYB is to DWD DSCXC is to. Now, you need to remember few things whenever you come across questions like this. First, you treat each letter as a separate letter and note down the patterns of letters individually. For example, the letters A and C, the pattern they follow is completely different from the pattern followed by B and D. So, if you look closely, the patterns followed by A and C is 2 letters forward from A. Similarly, D is 2 letters forward from B. So, using the same method, so now we are going to look at how we can solve FT is to HF as RP is to. In F and H is 2 letters away from F. So 2 letters forward from R would be T. Similarly, in D and F is again 2 letters forward from D. So P, you need to find out a letter which is 2 letters away from P. So 2 letters forward from P is R. So your answer is TR. So FT is to HF as RP is to TR. For the second part of question, BYB is to DWD as CXC is to. So in this case, if you look, D is 2 letters forward from B, whereas W is 2 letters backwards from Y. So that means when we are looking to solve CXC, for C, we are looking at a letter which is 2 letters forward from C. However, in X, it should be 2 letters backwards from X. So using this method, we can find out for C, 2 letters forward from C is E and 2 letters backward from X is V. So using this, we get the answer BYB is to DWD as CXC is to EVE. Let's take another example. AGM is to CIO as BHN is to. You can pause your video and find out answer and come back and check it. Or if you want, you can see how I solve this and then in your own time, you can use the same method and solve some question. So if C and A, C is 2 letters forward from A, G and I is again 2 letters forward from G, and the same pattern is followed by M and O, where O is 2 letters forward from M. So this is a very, very simple example. So this is very simple for you. So from B, let's look at the letter which is 2 letters forward from B. We get D. From H, 2 letters forward, we get J. And from N, 2 letters forward would be P. So your answer is AGM is to CIO as BHN is to DJP. Another example where you find letters to crack the code is if the code for breakdown is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, what are the codes for the following words? So 3 words are given: brown, owner, and broke. So the first step is to write down your own letter key. So using the key given, we know B is A, R is B, E is C, A is D. Similarly, you can write your own letter key. So using this letter key, we can find the answer. For brown, you know D is F, R is B, O is G, W is H, and N is I. So your answer would be F, B, GHI. Similarly, you can find out the answer for owner and broke. So for owner, GHICB, and for broke, it's ABGEC. Hope this is easy. So the next part you need to solve is, what do these codes stand for? This time they are giving you all the letters in lowercase. So E, I, C, D, F. Second is I, D, B, B, G, H. And the third one is H, C, C, E, C, I, F. So all you need to remember is whether they have given you the original letter, which was in capital, or their answer key, which was in small. So this time you have to work backward. So you know small e in your letter key, it stands for capital K. For I, it stands for capital N, and so on. So using this letter key and the codes, pause the video, spend 2 minutes, and then come back to find out the answer. For the first one, EICDF, you find KNEAD, which is need. IDBBGH, you get the answer narrow. And for HCCECIF, you find weekend. Now, in the third type of example, we are going to look at how to use numbers in place of letters to crack the codes. So the question is, here are the number codes for 5 words. Match the right word to the right code. You're given 5 different codes: 4322, 5123, 4153, 7653, and 5647. And the words you need to match these codes with are cure, sell, rule, rich, hire. So the first step to solve these kinds of number codes are, you find 2 words which follow a similar pattern of letters. If you look closely, cure and hire, they both end in RE. So now you need to look for some number codes with 2 similar digits at the end. So I can tell 4153 and 7653 both have the same ending digits, because every other number code which is given to you doesn't end in the same 2 digits. So we can safely assume that R is now equal to 5 and E is equal to 3. After this, now find 2 words which have some letters or similar letters even if they are in the reverse order. So looking at the words given, I can find out rich and hire both have RI and IR, and they are in reverse order. And we also know that R is 5. So 2 similar codes given backwards where one of them is 5 are 5647 and 7653. So using this one, you can find out that I is now equal to 6. So now that you have codes for 3 different letters, use these codes to find the numbers corresponding to rich and hire. So in hire, code should end in something at the beginning 653. So clearly this is 7653. So now you get that H is equal to 7. And for rich, the code should be 56, something in between, and ends in 7. So clearly this is 5647. So now you get C is equal to 4. Also, if you look at sell, the code should be 43 and 2 digits at the end. So the code should be 4322. So now you've got values for R, which is 5, E3, I6, H7, C4, and 2. Using this number key, you can easily find out the values for, or the number codes for cure and rule, because for cure, you know C is 4. So the number code which starts with 4, and then there's something that comes after 4, and then R is 5, E is 3. So you can tell 4153 is the number code for cure, and for rule it's 5123. Hope all of this made sense. It looks really tricky in the beginning, but once you practice using this method a few times, you'll find it easier to solve the number codes. Let's take one more example. The question is, match the right word to the right code for 6 words. The number codes given are 1634, 3527, 2534, 3641, 2633, and 4653. And the words you need to match these codes with are fall, fill, lamp, lift, mail, and palm. Like I told you last time, start with looking at 2 letters which are similar. So we can tell film and palm, they both end in LM. So looking at the numbers, the 2 numbers with the same ending digits are 1634 and 2534. So L is 3, M is 4. Also, lift and film have three similar letters but in different order. So the two number codes with three similar digits are 3527 and 2534. So using this, you can tell L is 3, M 4, I 5, T 7, F 2. Now look at the word fall. You know F is 2 and you need to look at a number code which has two similar digits at the end. So something that starts with 2 and ends with two similar digits, you get 2633. So from this one, you can tell A is 6. So now you've cracked most of the number code. Using this, you can easily solve fall as 2633, film 2534, lamp 3641, lift 3527, mail 4653, and palm is equal to 1634. Hope you understand the concepts explained, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you like my effort, please do like, share, and subscribe. Good luck with your preparation.